Hey, YouTube, where you at? 6'7", 1738. All right, we're here. Let's get in this algorithm and get to talking. I even took a couple notes, so I'm on track for you guys. All right, guys, first topic of discussion. What do most artists struggle with, right? What do I see? Even the good ones, guys, even the good ones, what do I see them struggle with, okay? And that's being perfectionists, right? Artists tend to be perfectionists and they want it to look a certain way, but the art is putting creativity to paper or pen or whatever. And you'll meet these artists and they're like too afraid. Oh, I don't want to work with you, or I don't want to work with you, or I don't want to work with you. And I think that's what separated me from all the other artists, right? I didn't care if you were homeless, playing in the bus stop, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you play trumpet? All right, well, I'm gonna be at this club tonight. You show up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I treated everyone like I was meeting Michael Jackson. It didn't matter if I was meeting Michael Jackson or if I was meeting a nobody. You know what I mean? Like, and even when you have that mentality, people are artist type people. People are funny. Like, it's more about the experience. Like, clearly that's like what my music's about, right? It's more about the experience, if you ask me, right? Like, I had a great experience with this. I painted Blue Slide Park when I was in college. I went out and I went to Home Depot, and I didn't have any money, but I borrowed. I opened up a line of credit and painted Blue Slide Park the weekend Mac Miller came back into town. So the thing is that, like, don't put out a bunch of garbage, but don't be afraid to fail. It's wabi-sabi, Sometimes the imperfections are what make it so great. Like a model with buck teeth. Some people say, "Why would you want that girl with buck teeth?" He's like, "Well, matter of fact, those buck teeth are my favorite feature." Why would you want someone with a gap between their teeth? They need to get braces. Like, actually, I like that gap a lot. Like, that gap turns me on, so it's wabi-sabi. It's all about your perspective. That's how everything is, right? Oh, and another thing too, I wanted to talk to the youth real quick. So pretty much, I am your Game Boy Color. Like, see, when I was y'all's age, the only thing that we had to stay up and watch and stuff was Game Boy Color, and it didn't even glow in the dark. Like, you had to get the glowworm and plug it into the side and have it go around the screen, and then you put the covers over your head while all the adults are downstairs in the kitchen, and like, you'd be going around trying to catch a different Pokemon and stuff. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? There wasn't no like roadblocks where like you're gonna meet like start dating someone or something like that. Well, you know what I mean? Like, we had our video games and stuff, but so here I am, right? And so y'all are staying up watching me. Well, I'm not Ash Ketchum, you know what I mean? I'm a real person, you know what I mean? So I'm honored to be in that position. You guys are great, and so that being said, right? I've been called a lot of things in my life, but YouTube, we got the youth, the public, all watching me try to make money from home. And I think I might be a lot of people's favorites, or people might just enjoy the experience wabi-sabi. So what I'm saying is this. If you don't monetize me, YouTube, and if I'm not saying good things about YouTube, I'm like the great American hope. You know what I mean? Like everyone's gonna be like, yo, he's been trying so hard, right, for all this time, and he's still talking about, have you ever shook someone's hand that's monetized on YouTube? Like, for real, guys. Like, if you've ever met someone and you've actually shooken their hand, they're like, yeah, I'm monetized on YouTube, and it's not just like an Andrew Tate or you know what I mean? Like, because those are all AI. I don't care what you say. I still don't think Andrew Tate is real. I still think he's an AI. I think he's just an idea. I don't even think he's real, bro. You tell me one person that actually shook hands with the Tate brothers. You know what I mean? Nick Hogan, any of you famous motherfuckers. None of you have ever actually met Andrew Tate, and you know it. So anyway, Jake Paul's real. Jake Paul's real. I know he's real. So anyway, you know what I mean? I'm the great American hope. You know, you're gonna let the youth down, and you know, everyone that thinks that, you know, they get to, like, the whole scheme, the whole, I'm gonna be the YouTube whistleblower. You could block me, do whatever you want. I'm gonna be over on Instagram. You know what I mean? Spilling the beans. So it's best that, you know what I mean, you just give me what I deserve. And when you guys get to those low points, you know, I kid around and stuff. When you guys get to those low points, I know what that's like. So, you know, we try to put out like good outlets, things that helped me. You know, I used to have such bad anxiety that I used to get actual, like, physical symptoms to it. You know, tight in the chest, or just like, I'd get so stressed out, so anxious that I'd get like pains in my joints. You know, physical symptoms to anxiety. You know, anxiety attacks. And yeah, being able to use frequencies to get into deep sleep, you know, have something playing while you sleep, that's playing the right frequency, you know, that's huge, you know. So that's why it's incorporated into my music, you know. And yeah, to my Neuralink patients too. See, I'm all over the place, you know, guys. This YouTube channel is gonna be one of a kind, like, because I don't plan on niching down. I just plan on the same subjects, and just, you know, like, I love the motivation stuff though, guys. I love the motivation stuff. We got one coming out in like an hour and a half, and I just don't know if it's ready yet. It's close though, but I've noticed, man, every morning people are listening. Like, every day everyone's listening, you know. So like I was saying, does anyone here, why is there kids in the back? Oh, well, that's Blue Slide Park. That's Blue Slide Park. That's like a protected place in Pittsburgh. Okay, Molly, help me. What you're writing on the reflect. Oh, really? You're a Hustler University graduate, huh? Well, have you ever actually met him though? That's what I'm saying. How you know that you didn't just buy an AI? How you even know that you didn't just buy, like, all right, a song that I think is criminally underrated. A song that I think is criminally underrated. The first thing that came to mind: hated or love it, the underdog's on top, and I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart drops. That's what I'm saying, dude. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I live in a fake, like, I'm not supposed to talk about that stuff, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have YouTube moderators or something. Like, I have people that help me. Like, I have moderators, but if I have a whole team and stuff, I don't know what's going on right now. Why I'm only getting I don't know. That's what I'm saying, yo, guys. If you guys get me to 50 if you guys could get me to 500 subscribers, you know what I mean? I get hundreds of views a day on long form videos. That doesn't sound like much, but I get hundreds of views a day authentically on long form. You know what I mean? But a song that I think is criminally underrated, it's so hard. I think that I think The Solution is a little underrated, but I'm trying to think of one, like, from the past. You know what I mean? Like, what's your song that like you have, that you go to, that like no one else likes, and you're like, oh, people hate Modest Mouse. Like, I love Modest Mouse, and a lot of people love Modest Mouse. But what I'm saying is, some people, like, when you first hear them, that's exactly why, like that's Modest Mouse is a great example of wabi-sabi. You know what I mean? It's real different sounding. It's not exactly like the clearest, but that's what I'm saying, man. Would you rather, like, have an artist that you follow that only releases 10 songs once a year, and yeah, it's high quality audio, but it's like, You know what I mean? Like, I love the Carter 3. You know what I mean? And that I listened to that. That's probably my most listened to album until I lost it. You know, I rode that one till the wheels fell off. The Carter 3, Lil Wayne. That's probably the most undermined. Action Bronson. He's a huge. Riff Raff. He'd be half. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, these guys that are like these artists and stuff, they make it seem easy. They make it look easy. Like, you think like, oh, they're signed to some label, right? And they probably got someone behind the screen of a computer doing all the work for them, and they're just the face, and they're just this lazy. Like, no, dog. Like, to have art that comes out the amount that like Riff Raff does, and the Mexican OT, and you know, just a lot of these guys that you always see something new. Big X the Plug. I don't know why, guys, but like this whole journey, I've been seeing a lot of love out of San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, I talk about the Mexican OT and Slim Thug, Riff Raff, you know, the Jody High Roller, the Neon Icon. I might just head out that way, man, you know, because why not? Hey, you guys are. Hey, Colton. Damn, Colton's mad, guys. No, Colton, I don't do drugs. You're coming into like we're like 7 months deep in our streaming journey, bro, and you're just coming in here new, you know. You gotta subscribe and watch a couple and like get your toes wet and like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, look around first before you start just flapping at the gums. You know what I mean? You're getting on here whole like about like, dude, like I'm like the diss track king for real. Like the unspoken. Like, I'm such a diss track king that I won't even take that title or say that. Like it takes nothing for me to drop a diss track. It does. It does actually. I got to be pretty mad to drop a diss track actually. But I've had 4 and they all hit. They all got the point across. They all did what they all made. I prevailed through all of them. And yeah, I'll be honest, guys. Yeah, there were times where I had diss tracks out there where, you know, if I was fronting, I'd be on here talking about like I'd be talking about here like on I ain't scared of nothing. I wasn't scared of nothing. Them motherfuckers ain't shit. Like, you know, but that's not how it was. There was some times where and even to this day, I'm like, yo, like, yeah, like you won the battle, but did you win the war with these motherfuckers? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think that you just gonna hold like some of the stuff that I got away with this past year, man. They're talking about giving me a freaking they're talking about I'm supposed to get an award from Snoop Dogg. I swear to God, you guys can laugh all you want, but yeah, I'm supposed to get an award. Well, I've been nominated. I don't know if I won until the night of the show, but yeah, I'm supposed to get presented an award from Snoop. But we'll see. I hate to speak on things too early, you know. That makes me delete the live, you know. But it was offered. And yeah, like if you have what it takes, and if you truly believe in your dream, right, and if you're level-headed and you want to get on live and prove it to the world every day and be able to take off your glasses and be like, look me right in my eyes, and I've been here every day and I still want it. I don't care if it's 2 a.m, 7 a.m, you know what I mean? Rise and grind, make a step towards it. I'm right here. You know, if you want to do that and put yourself out there and fight towards your dreams, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? You know what I mean? Snoop might be watching right now, you know? I could think of 5 of Snoop's homies that are watching right now. People don't know, you know, hip hop is dead. And I'm like, it took a real soul, you know what I mean, to take this position on. It took a real soul. It took someone with a really deep soul to take on this hectic thing that you see, and not to be the type of person that always has someone else's name in their mouth, or,
you know the gimmicks, trying to keep it authentic as much as we can, trying to inspire people to be cool, but to be you, you know what I mean? Do your thing, you know? Cause I'll tell you what, man, this world's been wild, man. I still can't believe there was what was it, like 90 people killed in Chicago in one weekend. That stuff still blows my mind. Yeah, I wrote a whole song. I wrote a couple songs about that stuff. I thought that was just like a one-time thing back in the day. And now it's like I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. I don't know, but you don't see that happening in New York. You don't see that. Like I have heard, all right, all right, we'll get into a quick conspiracy, nothing too crazy, but I heard when I was young that like there was people out, like this is when I was young, but like they were saying that like people were finding just like crates full of guns like out on the train tracks in Chicago and stuff, and that like someone was like funding it, like, and they're like, who's the only people around here that has money enough to be leaving guns in the hood for us to find and kill each other off with so that they could buy our properties, like. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. If you can't prove it, there's no point talking about it, you know? So, but yeah, in Chicago, they be wild and shy. They be like robbing the trains. They be robbing the boats. They be like, I be out in Chicago. They'll be like, yo, they'll be out in Chicago. They'd be like, yo, I got 10,000 pairs of Nikes. Or like, I got like 5,000 TVs. Like, I need insurance for televisions that I stole. Like, Chicago's wild though. Like, when I was out there just a few years ago, they were calling it Chirac, and like I was like, well, I would like walk around just a little here or there to go do this or that, and like yeah, they be pulling up in the unmarked deep, jumping out the car, 5, 6 of them, body armor, all black, and like that was before ICE, so I could only imagine what it's like right now with ICE and shit. I could only imagine, man. God bless Chicago, man. God, prayers out to Chicago, man. And then it's crazy, you know what I mean? You go over to Illinois, and it's just the most beautiful place in the world, guys. It's the most quiet, beautiful place in the world. Sometimes it makes you just wonder, is the hate systemic? Is the hate induced? You know what I mean? Do we really hate each other this much as humankind? I don't think so. I think we all felt Martin Luther King's speech at one point in our lives, right? I think we all were on Obama's side at one point. I think we all liked President Bush's dumbass at one point. I think that we all are human, and at least that's how I've always been. I've always been right in the middle. You know what I mean? And anyone that tries to pull me to the left or right side, I'm like, I'm sorry. I just can't really like be 100% either way, because I know the truth that both sides work against each other to make fools out of their followers, and that's what I think. So someone who really is politically competent, I think does know how to stay in the middle and like keep both sides in check. That's a real leader. But people don't speak that language for some reason, and maybe one day I'll understand why, but people hate politics, so I don't know how I ever started talking about that type of stuff, man. But this frequency you guys been listening to here, this has actually been for inner balance, right? We're talking about frequencies, right? Frequencies can actually release blockage. Like guys, frequency is like something that like you can't really look up. You can learn. Frequency is something you have to experience for meditation and sleep. Some people call it chi. There's all different types of stuff. Like there's a way to combining frequencies. This is stuff that like Shaws, and like wise men, and mystics. This is the type of stuff that it's heavy stuff, man, but I mean, you could really get into it and say, like, the frequency depends on what type of speakers you're playing, what type of wire you're using, what type of room you're in. Like seriously, like how the frequency is received, the echo and everything. Like, there is a million different factors. If it's internal, if it's in headphones, if it's being played in a Neuralink chip, like a frequency being played in a Neuralink chip, or a frequency that someone would hear externally over, 3 frequencies combined, that's 2 completely different situations. So the study, this is just, I don't know, Monday morning quarterback. I'm nothing but a Monday morning community college quarterback. But hey, does anyone else keep getting offers from Elon Musk to go work for him? Do you guys keep seeing those YouTube videos too? Bro, I'm not high. Listen, I I got ADHD. This is how I function. You gotta try to keep up, dog. Please. How you gonna say that? If you subscribe, you can say whatever you want. I hope you hit subscribe. Man, you guys been in here talking dead like dead ass funeral music. Colton, you just mad. Colton, Colton, tell us right now, did you make any money in Hustlers University? And tell us the truth, Colton. Colton, tell us the truth. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Leslie. Hey, where's my video editor at? I've been trying to get a hold of my video editor. I've been thinking about you. I need your help. I got a video that's due in an hour and I don't got it done. But come on, Colton, tell us, did you make any money with Hustlers University? I don't think so. Now listen, just because you pay someone $60 and they put 20, 30, 40, anything below the amount that you paid for the service is not a profit. You understand? That's called a pyramid scheme. And I bet you that's what happened to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have some returns, but they're not bigger than your initial investment, are they? Got scammed. I don't know. I mean, Andrew Tate talks a good game. I'd like to. I wanted to try Hustlers University myself, but I mean, I don't know. What's he gonna do? Teach me how to buy stocks? You know what I mean? How to make AI accounts? Like what? Like, you kidding me? Google's running a program right now. If you want to learn how to use AI, we are so far behind in our technology curve, that Google is offering $350,000 to anyone that you could apply for it, and it's not a loan; it's Sky credits for education on AI. So I'm sure that it gives you resources to certain AI tools. That just might be an exclusive MVTV offer. I don't know. I don't know. Like I tell you, like, if I take the initiative with these offers that I get, like if I do that, if I do start educating myself and showing a little bit different patterns and stuff like that, who knows, man? I bet you there will be a few applications that come through for this Neuralink, this Elon thing that's going on. I don't know. But yeah, my mind's just all over the place, but that's a bright mind, right? Like, I don't need a teacher. I don't need an instructor. You know what I mean? All I need is the manuals. You know what I mean? I could figure the whole thing out all on myself. You just leave those manuals in that lab and the technology. Hey man, you give me the manuals and you give me the technology, and there's nothing I can't do. And an extra pair of hands. Come on. You know what I mean? Please. I could manage a hospital if I was interested in it. But something that helps people and that involves technology and like electricity. I think that electricity has like a godly sense to it, with frequency and like how all the mathematicians try to figure out electricity and electrical engineering, and really they can't tell you, does lightning come from the earth? Does it come from the sky? I think it's a little bit of both. And I think it's like a lost art. I think that you can use it. I think that there is ways to get free energy out there, but I don't want to get killed by the Illuminati, so we're not going to get into any of that right now, all right, guys? But yeah, we have a sense of humor here too, you know. But I mean, you know, as long as you guys are willing to listen, you know, I'm willing to talk you through whatever, you know. You know, but I appreciate you guys listening to my music and stuff too. The solution's a lot of fun, but it came out kind of quick. Really, we're probably just gonna come out with some Christmas songs and maybe a couple more singles and stuff, you know, to end out the year. But yeah, did anyone figure out how to hype yet? That's what I'm saying, guys. Do I live in a bubble? Like, what do you got to do to be able to hype? Like, man, that's funny. You start talking bad about Andrew Tate, all of a sudden you start getting little soldiers start popping up. You ain't get no money over there at Huntsville's University. It's like, take my course, and I'll only charge you once a month. Come on, man. Get away from that shit. Come over here. Come over here. This shit's free, dog. Hey, this shit's free and it's top grade, dog. Come over here, dog. And it ain't gonna make your breast stink. And it ain't gonna make your ears bleed. Stay over here at MVTV. But seriously, guys, for the young people that watch, that love it, you know, you only get one chance at life, no matter what you think. Don't ever take anything for granted. You know, you got to be the best that you can be. And you got to remember that character is who you are when no one's watching. And the truth is, someone is always watching. Might be in here, up here, is always watching. And if you don't know how to believe that, you're not going to go far in life. All right? So I want you to keep this same energy tomorrow morning when it's time to get up and go to work and go to school and you're starting from, you know. All right? What are you going to do? What are you going to eat for breakfast? What you going to wear? You going to get that shorty's phone number tomorrow? I know you are. Tell that girl you like her. Tell her how nice you like that dress, all right? Be the best you can be tomorrow, all right, guys? Close out his eyes, get some frequency going, and start manifesting what you're about to do with yourself tomorrow to make things better for yourself. All right? All right. Good night.